Hello everyone. For those of you who haven't met me, I'm Chris Porteous and I enjoy the privilege of being chairman of the Rhyl and Asaph Angling Association. I've fished the local rivers here in North Wales since about the age of 12, when I was lucky to have permission to fish 2 small private beats, which for a 12 or 13-year-old was fantastic. And that was my introduction to fly fishing and fly fishing for sea trout in particular. So back in those days and for many years, for me, the fishing season started on March the 3rd. And that's the date that we can start fishing for brown trout on our local rivers. And now here we are, just 17 days away from that significant date. When I eventually joined St. Asaph Angling Association, many more opportunities opened up. And today, Rhyl and St. Asaph members have a wonderful choice of places to go fishing. We have 22 local river beats, and that's on the rivers Clwyd, the Elwy and the Aled. We also have a members trout lake near Denbighshire with lovely clear water, and we stock that every year with rainbow trout and blue trout, and there are fish in there, certainly up to £6 in weight. They grow on very well in the clear water, and I know some members have caught fish there and they've estimated the weight has definitely gone over £6. They've grown on very well. In addition to that, we have tickets to fish Llyn Brenig and Llyn Alwen, and we can also fish the River Dee, and that's thanks to an arrangement that we have with the Llangollen Maelor Angling Association. But back to Brenig and Alwen, as our members will already know from our January newsletter, we've now taken 2 additional tickets at Brenig for this year. So we now have tickets, so we have rods on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday and Sunday throughout the year. So that's for the entire 2021 calendar year. On a personal note, I'm looking forward to receiving my 2021 membership card from Dave, our treasurer and membership secretary, and I'm hoping that 2021 will be a much better year than 2020. I'm sure that we'll still have restrictions in place for a while yet, but I am very confident that we'll be back fishing fairly soon, albeit at a safe distance from each other. So if there are some restrictions like distancing and maybe not sharing cars, as long as we're back fishing, we can work around that. And I think we can look forward to having a pretty decent season in 2021. I know I'm certainly not alone in wanting to get back onto the riverbanks as soon as possible. And for me and for many others, not just for fishing, the working parties that our riverkeeper arranges, they're great fun, and they're one of the best ways to learn the beats, and they're a really good way to meet other members and pick up tips and hints from them. I hope you've all tried to keep busy during these lockdowns, and I certainly know a few members who have been furiously tying flies. Many tried and tested patterns, but also they're trying a few new ones to try out this 2021 season. I haven't really tied any this winter. I tied plenty in the winter of 2019-2020 when we were able to hold our club fly tying evenings. So I've got plenty really. I've got a good selection of traditional trout flies, plenty of sea trout flies, and I've got the obligatory Christmas decoration collection for the rainbows when all else fails. I've also done quite a bit of reading, and I've reread the Sea Trout Bible. I've reread the Salmon Fishing Bible, and I was lucky for Christmas to have this book, Sea Trout book. I think it came out last year or the year before, by Stephen Jones. And that's a good read. Some new ideas in there. A lot of people saying that could be the new Sea Trout Bible. So really this year, I've got no excuses at all for the sea trout especially. I just need to go to Foxton's to replace my leaky waders. Okay, so coming up, our 2021 annual general meeting of the Rhyl and St. Asaph Angling Association. That's a meeting for members, That will take place on Zoom at 7:30 this Thursday evening, February the 18th. Members will receive the Zoom link by email, and I hope to see a good number of the members online at the AGM. But please get your catch returns and renewal forms back to Dave Roberts as soon as possible. And remember that every new member that you introduce gives you a £15 discount on your subscription for the following season. For anyone new thinking of joining our association, please have a look at the website. Just Google Rhyl and St Asaph Anglers and the link will come up. You can join online or simply ring our membership secretary, Dave, and his contact details are there on the website. Also, Foxton's Tackle in St Asaph, they have membership packs. I know they're not actually able to open at the moment. I'm sure they will soon. I think as far as I know, they're doing online orders generally, and I guess click and collect. Okay, perhaps I should mention that for the benefit of potential members and new members, that all of our river beats are multi-method. So we're not a fly-only club. You can use worm if you like. You can fish with spinners and of course fly fishing as well. But please, if you're not sure, please do check the bylaws first. And there's a link to the All Wales fishing bylaws on our website. But if you're new to fly fishing and would like to give it a go, we are going to hold some fly casting tuition days this year, subject to the COVID regulations, of course. And they're good fun as well. And quite a few new members have learned to fly cast and then gone on to catch fish successfully fairly soon after. Many of our members, of course, have got a wealth of experience, so they're only too pleased to share this with new members and beginners. So if you're new to the club, if you joined in the last 2 or 3 seasons, if you're thinking just about to join and you're not sure about anything at all, please don't be afraid to ask. There's no such thing as a silly question. So I look forward to hearing about your catches when we can all return to fishing, and I can only wish you all a safe and successful 2021 season. Bye for now.